Hello, my dears. How are you? It's Wednesday. It's my thankful day. I know that it means that we are halfway through the week. It's hump day. But for me, it's a day to take my foot off the gas, to pause and savor the day. So I certainly hope that you can take some time today, take a moment, take however time you need to pause. Take your foot off the gas. And it's a great day to have a cup of tea, right? It's always a good day to have a cup of tea. But we're continuing on this journey. This week we've been looking at emotions, which is great because the emotions that I feel on Wednesday, even if I have nothing planned or if I have something planned, it always is a day that I pause and think of something, and it brings a smile to my face. Actually, it brings a smile to my face because it's my fun day. And so here we are, looking at emotions. Whew. And today, as I think of the emotions that we've had, they've been up and down all over. You know, we've had highs and lows and sadness and just dealing with all of the things that are going on in our lives. Yesterday we talked about weathering the storm, and that was probably brought on by all of the different storms and all of the different states where storms were going on, but it was also a metaphor for the storms that are going on in our lives. All sorts of things going on simultaneously. Sometimes I know when so much is happening, it's almost like you just wanted to say, wait a minute, could you just let me deal with one thing at a time? Have you ever thought that? I just want to deal with one thing at a time. That's a nice little thought, but life just doesn't seem to happen that way. You're already, yesterday I already had a headache, and then I don't know what happened, and things got a little crazy and I had to stop. Remember, we're dealing with resilience. How to flip the situation to bring back those positive feelings is our ever-going discipline. But today, as I was thinking about Thankful Wednesday and that just being a day not to worry about anything serious, I was thinking about the heart. Could you? I mean, the heart. And for some reason, I remembered this book called The Heart's Code. I don't know if you've read it. It's an old book, but it was just reminding me that the heart does more than just pump blood. You know, the heart does more than love and feel. The heart, the heart is stronger than the brain in what it does. It kind of controls so many things. And so I just wanted to slip that little nugget in today so that we will know that what we're thinking and feeling and what is going on, if I guess if our brains, our body was a whole orchestra, the heart would be up there controlling the symphony, you know, just helping us to be on track. And so we are just, it helps us with our communication. Our heart communicates with other hearts. Isn't that something? it's amazing to me how sometimes when I'm feeling a little out of sorts or down, I can get a call from someone and they would say, you were on my mind. I was thinking about you. What's going on? And I kind of think, whoa, really? So it's interesting how these things happen. But hearts communicate with other hearts. If your heart was communicating with other hearts, what do you think it would be doing or feeling? Because we have choices. And this is what we were talking about possibly in the beginning of January when we were looking at the things that we can control and the things that we cannot control. So we looked at that for a while, and then we looked at clarity, making sure we're going to have clarity in the new year, making sure we're not letting our lives lead us, make sure that we're intentionally living our lives, because there has been some crazy stuff going on. So I just want to encourage you as we have this pausing day. Remember we talked about pausing? Looks like my fingernail polish is coming off. But we pause because we want to disconnect. We just want to give ourselves a break. We want to make sure that we don't get overwhelmed, but we want to give ourselves time to fathom what is it that I would like to do. We talked about framing our day. And this day, if I were to look at how I would frame it, I've been framing it by connecting with others, just to say hello. I've been enjoying my tea, which puts me in a relaxing mode. And so, remember, the heart has a code, and we are striving to thrive. And we're trying to thrive in a multi-layered, oh my gosh, situation where there's so much going on. So it is something that we want to just pause and think about how our heart and how we're connecting with people, what we're feeling and doing, and it would be interesting to know what really makes the heart communicate. It's probably an energy an energy science. You know, what kind of energy are you sending out that your heart is sending a message and communicating with another heart? Possibly the energy that I was sending tapped into my friend, which had her call me. It's really interesting. It also just kind of relates to a study I read about prayer, where they had done a study on prayer that showed that prayer was non-local. If you had people praying for someone way far away, and they put this person in a lead room just to make sure that there was no way of getting through, prayers, meaningful prayers, were answered, non-local. Now, this is interesting now because science gets involved in everything. So science is getting involved in prayer. Does prayer work? It does. The science says so, right? And now we're looking at the heart and how it communicates. So as you pause on this Wednesday, on my gratitude day, I don't know what day you select as your pausing day. I suggest that you think and beam love and receive love. I'm sending you love. I'm caring and supporting you in everything that you do, because we understand that together is healing. And that is why we have been on this journey for quite some time. And it looks like we will continue. But the most important thing is to know that we are together virtually, supporting each other, sending out those virtual hugs, being that vital friend, and that we're clear as we're focusing on emotions. We're seeing the upside and the downside of what emotions can do. We've already seen what emotions can do negatively a couple of weeks ago. And so to know that our heart is communicating with other hearts, that just opens up a whole nother way of exploring and being, being in the world. So I just want to say, have a good day. Whatever day you select to be your thankful day, your day of gratitude, because that is something that elicits the joy and the healing, healing, or those things, those positive feelings and emotions and communications. These are all moving us moving us towards flourishing. We can do it. So have a great day. Whichever day it is that you're selecting your gratitude day. But remember, the heart has a code, and it might be a little more complicated than we think. But in the meantime, I'm beaming you love and peace and encouraging you to thrive with me. Bye-bye.